Mariam,
Yes, I'm here.
are you ready?
Always.
Okay, perfect.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay, cool. Just a
well.
second,
Again,
please.
today,
Okay, go ahead.
today's session is Mariam Oueslati, and the session under the name of How to Take Care of Yourself, Becoming Who You Are. Who's Mariam Oueslati for the second time? Job, Junior Associate in International Law Firm. Studies, Master Degree in Private Law. Made several interventions such as TEDx talk, Love, Affection and Attraction, gender equality as one of the UN SDGs, leadership at teamwork, etc. Rotaract, current secretary of Rotaract Mediterranean (MDIO), chairwoman of Rotaract Mediterranean Meeting M2R Tunisia 2019, past president of Rotaract Tunis Business School. National events, participated in several international events such as conference about solution of nuclear weapons, New York City, United Nations headquarters. International Student Summit, London. Rotary Youth Leadership Award, Paris. International Conference, Women to Women, Boston, etc. Languages, Arabic, French, English, and Spanish. So you have the floor.
Thank you, Ahmed. Hello, everyone. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. So, I'm Mariam, Mariam Oueslati. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Tunisia. As Ahmed was saying, I'm past president of my club, Rotaract Tunis Business School, and I'm now current secretary of the Rotaract Mediterranean MGIO. So, I'm here to talk about how to take care of yourself and become the person who you are. So before I start, as I always say, you can leave whenever you want to. It's okay, feel comfortable. And also, I would like it if you take notes while I'm talking, so that if you have a question, you can ask me later, or you have a feedback or any suggestion. All right. So I'm starting now. So as probably some of you know, that at the age of 7, our consciousness as human beings is born at the age of 7. So once we're 7, and in time, we try to fit in the society. We try to feel accepted. We try to integrate into the society. We want to feel important. And we do things to please our parents, our teachers, our friends. Okay, we have this big need to fit in. And now I would like to show you a video, an experience that has been done. It shows how people fit, try to fit in groups or in society. Okay, it's about 2 minutes video. I'm sharing it right now. Okay, I think you can see it now.
To answer that question, we set up a hidden camera experiment to see if this woman would stand up at the sound of this tone, simply because everyone else is. You might be thinking you'd never go along with this. Or would you? After just 3 beats, and without knowing why she's doing it, this woman is now conforming perfectly to the group. But what happens if we take the group away?
Elaine, please.
Okay, now she's alone. The crowd is gone and nobody is watching her except our hidden cameras. What do you think she'll do? She's now conforming to the rules of the group without them even being there. Now, watch what happens when we introduce another outsider who doesn't know the rules.
Have a seat and they'll be out in just a couple minutes. Thanks so much.
Think. We kept the cameras rolling as more unsuspecting patients arrived. And slowly but surely, what began as a random rule for this woman has now become the social norm for everyone in this waiting room. Here to explain what's going on in her brain.
Okay, I hope that you all watched the video and heard it. I was blown away when I watched this video. I was like, oh my God, it's like so unexpected. And I also imagined what I would have done if I was in that position. You know, it's really awkward because we try so hard to fit in. And probably some of you say, nah, probably I wouldn't do it. But I'm going to give you another example. Just last week, I was doing also another intervention online. And before the meeting started, everyone was waiting, just like you, with the cameras off and with the speaker off. But only one person, he kept his camera on, okay? And I thought to myself, wow, he's actually brave. He's the only one with the camera on. And all of a sudden, he turned it off. And I just laughed because I said to myself, he just couldn't help it. He kept his camera on at the beginning, but then he didn't fit in because everyone had his camera off. And so he turned off his camera because unconsciously and consciously we try to fit in. Okay? So this is something that I wanted to share with you to start the speech. Okay, so what we all know that when we post something on Facebook or on Instagram or Twitter or anything, we always check how many likes do we have, how many people did see our stories. Sometimes we see pictures on Instagram of people having fun and we envy them. Sometimes we see people that they have things that we don't have and we envy them. They have the self-confidence. They are, for example, good public speakers. They have lovers while you're single, so you envy them. And I know that probably most of us think that we are okay. We have a certain balance, psychological balance. But however, deep inside of us, sometimes we feel that we're not enough. Sometimes we feel we doubt ourselves. We compare ourselves to other people. Sometimes we feel that we don't have control over our lives, that other people control our lives. Sometimes we feel that we're not satisfied and that we're stuck. Sometimes we even feel that we're miserable. Okay, and this is what I'm going to talk about today. So mainly I'm going to talk about 5 points. So I'm starting with the first one, which is self-doubt. Self-doubt. Well, since we're children, people around us start comparing us to others and start saying bad things about us. For example, even when they have good intention. For example, our parents. Why are you wearing that dress? You look fat in it. Or our friends, why are you so stupid? Or why are you so pushy? Or whoa, you're too tall. Whoa, you're too short. Whoa, you're too skinny. We hear all of those things. And you hear it so many times that actually it affects your brain and you start to believe in those things. And it affects you in a way that, for example, if you want to wear that dress that makes you look fat, or that other people told you that makes you look fat, you will be so uncomfortable in it, or you're gonna put it aside and never wear it again. If someone tells you your voice is so high pitched, whoa, why are you so high, so loud when you talk? And so when you, for example, go to talk you like, you will unconsciously talk or consciously talk in a very low voice, because you think your voice is too loud, even he's not gonna like it or she's not gonna like it. Going to have an exam, you're gonna think in your brain, "Oh, I'm stupid. Probably I'm not gonna pass it, but I'll try anyway." So all the things that we hear since the age of, since we're children, it affects our brain, and that makes us so insecure about ourselves. So, and unfortunately, so dependent on others. How do we become dependent? For example, when we post, I, for example, post a picture on Facebook, okay, and I think I like it. It's a beautiful picture. I like it, and so when I put it on Facebook, I only get 30 likes. Okay, so I say, probably it's not beautiful enough. However, when I put a normal picture of me on Facebook, just something to share, and all of a sudden I get 200 likes, whoa, that picture becomes one of my favorites, and it becomes the one that I think I'm most beautiful in it, just because other people liked it. Okay, and the problem is we need other people's approval. We need their opinion, and then we mistake it for our own. Okay, something else, for example, you wear this t-shirt. If someone tells you, whoa, I really like this t-shirt on you, then it will become your favorite t-shirt. Okay, even though if at the beginning it was just a t-shirt. So we let other people's opinion of us affect us. Okay, and so something else besides doubting ourselves is comparing ourselves to others. Okay, so it starts when we are young. Our family starts with, well, your brother is better than you, your cousin is better than you, he's good at that while you're not. Why don't you do like your cousin does? Okay, and then when we grow a bit older, when we're teenagers, we break up, for example, with our boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm gonna talk in as a always. I'm gonna give example as a girl because it's easier for me. So when I, for example, break up with a boy as a teenager and he'll go with another girl, I'll start comparing myself to her. Is she better than me? Is he more attracted to her than me? What's wrong with me? Okay, what does she have that I have? Then older, and then we have this job interview, and we don't who the job is smarter than me. Okay, so we have all of these negative ideas of ourselves. Let me explain why. So inside of us, there is what we call inner voice. So in the inner voice is the happy place. It's the shows you what you enjoy the most, what you want the most. But also, besides the inner voice, it's you that creates the excuses. It's that part of you that says, is this the right way? Can I do it? What if that happens? What if other people don't like it? What will the others say? So what happens is that that inner voice, that happy voice, is blocked every time you activate your inner doubt. Okay, and that actually blocks your mind. Doesn't block it, but it disconnects your mind from your goal. Okay, those doubts, those excuses that you create, that indecisiveness, you create them and you empower them, and you really think hard about them, that actually your mind cannot synchronize anymore with your actions. It's just your mind is disconnected from the goal that you want to achieve because you put so much barriers. Okay, so what we can do is that we can focus more on our inner voice, the voice that says you can do it. You know, you are good at that thing. You can make it. I really want to do that, and I'm going to do it. That's the inner voice. You're smart. You're intelligent. You're beautiful. You're genuine. You're a good person. Focus on that side of you, on your quality. And sometimes people cannot give good qualities about themselves. They are so used to people saying bad things about them and not complimenting them that they cannot find any good quality in them. So for those people, I can tell you that you can, for example, find a list on internet of good qualities and just try to find something that suits you well. Or you can ask people who know you best, you know, what do you like the most in me? And then you'll see they'll give you a bunch of things, of qualities. So stick to those good qualities in you, because once you focus on that beautiful inner voice in you, your mind will become solution oriented, goal oriented. You'll start to find a way. You'll start to find steps that will lead you to your goal. Okay, so what happens when sorry, when we compare ourselves to others. So I want to tell you that even twins that came from the same parents, that grew up in the same environment, are not the same. Every person is unique in his own way and in her own way. You are you. Okay, Mariam is Mariam. There is no one else in this earth like me. Okay, so I cannot compare myself to other people. And for example, that boyfriend who broke up with you and went to another person, yes, he might find her more attractive than you, but that's his thing. You will be more attractive to other people. Okay, maybe he gets along with her better than he gets along with you. It's okay. That does not mean that there is something wrong with you. You will get along with someone better than him. Okay, so it's not your fault. It's nothing is about you. You're okay. If if the other person chooses not to be with you, for example, it's okay. He doesn't want to. He wants somebody else. It's fine. Nothing is wrong with me. Okay, so for example, that cousin that your parents always compared you to, that engineer cousin who now is in France or in the United States, well, good for him. But this is not me. It's not who I am. It's him. He's an engineer. Good for him. What can I do now to have a good career? This is about me, not about him or her. Okay? So the main idea when it comes to doubting yourself or to comparing yourself to others, just believe in yourself. Okay? For example, in my case, I spent around 20 years of my life thinking that I'm not smart. I believed in that. Imagine that, 20 years of my life thinking I'm just average. But then I discovered that there were 9 types of intelligence. Me not being good in mathematics doesn't mean I'm not intelligent. I'm not intelligent in that. I am intelligent in other fields. Okay, so let's empower that intelligence that I have. Okay, so you always need to find the light in you. It's within you, not, it doesn't, other people don't matter. Okay, so now this is the first point. So the first point is doubting yourself and comparing yourself to others. Now the second point is really, I think it's very interesting for me. I called it do not let others control your life. And by others, I mean human beings, but also traditions and religions. Okay, so as I said, starting from the age of 7, we have this consciousness being born in us. And in time, we start to form a social mask, and we behave according to the rules, to our family, to our religion, to our traditions, to our society. Okay, and we lose sight of who we really are. So what we show to people is not the real us. And so in time, we feel that we don't belong, and we feel anxious, and and so uncomfortable in our own skin. It's just, this is not us. This is not me. I don't belong here, but I need to fit in. So I'm wearing the social mask. Okay. And what happens is that we lose control over our lives. We let others control our lives. Okay. And so we give power over our lives to others, and so to the rules of society, of religion, traditions. And this is what I call social hypocrisy. Okay. For example, you want to become a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer or a pilot or whatever, because socially you're going to be so respected. Okay. And so your parents are going to be proud, your neighbors are going to envy you, you're going to marry the most beautiful girl in the neighborhood because you're a lawyer, you're a doctor. But deep inside, you might actually not like your job. Okay. But no, social hypocrisy actually convinces you that, well, it's the right way. I think at least I made my parents happy, and I'm successful, socially successful. Okay. Now I'm gonna give another example. I'm gonna give a personal example. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a piercing in here. Okay. And another one in here. So don't get me wrong, but in Tunisia it's not that common to have piercings in here. But I made it. Okay. It's not easy, but I made it. My parents at the beginning, they didn't like it. Actually, my mother is still complaining about it almost every day. But I wear it proudly every day because I think I'm beautiful when I have it on. Okay? Some people might say you're putting it to please others, to have their attention. Well, it makes me feel good to have other people's attention. So whatever, self-acceptance. Please accept yourself the way you are. Okay, I'm gonna give you more examples of social hypocrisy. Now, this is probably a bit sensitive. I'm gonna talk about weddings. Okay, now in the weddings, you need a ring and a bracelet and a necklace and a big wedding and great food and great outfit and great honeymoon. You know, and you spend a big amount of money on that wedding, while both the groom and the bride are miserable. They are so tired. They were so tired before the wedding, preparing for it. And the night of the wedding, they need to keep on smiling because, well, they spent a lot of money and there's a lot of money, a lot of people in there. Okay. And the thing is, sometimes they spend so much on the wedding that they don't go to their honeymoon, okay? While honeymoon, traveling trips, that's the most fun part in the wedding, okay? So we always try to please our parents, our families, our society. And even if inside of you, you're not convinced that this is the good path to take, but you say, well, what do you want me to do? If I don't do a big wedding, my grandmother would kill herself, and the family of my husband will think that it's because of me. And, you try to just find excuses because you just don't want to get out of your comfort zone, and you're always following the traditions, okay, the society. What would other people say? I'm going to give another um example. It's a bit religious, okay? So I'm not talking about Egypt, I'm not talking about Tunisia, I'm just giving a general example. So for example, how many person or how many girl wears the scarf, not because she's convinced or that because she feels it spiritually, she feels the relation between her and her God and her religion, but because whether her parents made her or society made her, she doesn't really have the choice. Or even sometimes because she wants to have a good husband, because a good husband wants a good girl, and a good girl is a religious girl, and a religious girl is the girl who wears the scarf. So she wears the scarf. Okay, that again is social hypocrisy. It's just an example. Okay, I'm not putting it as a general rule, I'm not judging. I'm just mentioning example of social hypocrisy, something that just drives me crazy because it put us all in the same place. It kills the uniqueness in us. Okay, it kills the spice that every one of us have or has. Okay, so just to get over with this point, remember that you always have the choice. Okay, do not let others control you, because we like to play the role of the victim. We like to pity ourselves. Well, it's not my fault. It's just I cannot do it. It's my parents. It's the government. It's the neighbors. It's my grandmother. It's my boss. We always find excuses, okay? So our choices are the one who are holding us back. It's not other people who are holding us back. It's us. It's the choices that we make, okay? And now I'm going to give you like smaller example of how we let other people control ourselves. Okay, so I give you like general examples. I'm going to go with more particular examples. For example, my crush, I send him the guy that I like, I send him a message, and now he's not answering back. It's been hours, it's been days, or even worse, he put the sign, he opened the message. I can see the viewed or seen sign. So he chose not to answer me. And I feel sad and disrespected and offended. And I spend the whole day crying over it to my best friend or to myself. And sometimes we even spend the whole week sad about it. Well, actually, you have the choice. You have the choice, one, not to let this thing bother you, and two, well, don't send him any more messages. It's as simple as that, okay? Do not let this situation or this person influence or make you feel the things that you feel, especially bad feelings, okay? I'm gonna give you another example. For example, this week, I was sleeping in the middle of the day, and my mother yelled, and she's like, "Come on, Mariam, come here. I need you to help me in the kitchen." I was so mad. I was like, God, I'm sleeping. I need a break here. Why is she yelling? Why is she calling me? She could call anyone to help her. I'm sleeping. But then I remembered this. Mariam, do not let others control you. Even if this is the case, like she's the closest person to me, she's my mother. But do not let the situation make you angry. Do not let her make you angry. Okay? It's a fact she called you. It's a fact that you were sleeping. So now you have the option of one, getting angry, or two, actually coming down and going back to sleep, or coming down and going to help her. Okay? So it's the solution or the act that we're going to do is in our hands. Okay, I repeat this last thing. Our choices are the ones who are holding us back, not other people. Do not play the victims. Do not self-pity yourselves. Okay, it's up to you to change things, to react to things the way you want to react to them. And believe me, I started applying this just recently, and it helped me. It helped me just just find like an emotional balance. I don't get angry fast. I don't get sad fast. I just try to find my own balance. I don't let other things or situations or people control me. I'm the master of my feelings. Okay. So this is the second point. So the first one was self-doubting and comparing yourselves to others. Two is do not let others control your life, whether they are people or traditions or religion, and just be unique the way you are. The third thing is the mindset. Now, also that's a very important part. There has been an experience where in a clinic, or a hospital, there were a group of people who had the same medical operation. So the patients were in pain. So they divided them into two groups. The first group, they gave them painkillers, the medication, painkillers, and they showed them that they gave them the painkillers. For the other group, they gave them painkillers too, but they did not they did not tell them that they gave them painkillers. So the first ones know that they had painkillers, the second one don't. And what happens is that they noticed that the ones who know that they had the painkillers, actually they had less pain. For the other patients who did not know that they had painkillers, actually the pain lasted longer. Okay, so this experience showed how the brain or the mindset reflects the body. I'm gonna give you another example. The same experts did another experience. It's about milkshake. They chose a group of people. They gave them a milkshake, and they checked the substance in their body that is responsible. It goes up when you feel full, when you feel that you don't want to eat anymore. You had enough. Okay. So the first week they gave them this milkshake. They tested this substance in their body, and it went up. So okay, that's normal. The next week, they called the same people, they gave them the same milkshake, means the same number of calories in it, but they put in it wet cream, ice cream, chocolate, everything. So it looked so fat, it's just that gives you the impression that you're gonna become so fat when you eat it. Okay, and so what happened is that, remember, it's the same number of calories in both milkshakes, but when those same people drank the second milkshake, the substance in their body that shows them that they are full, it went up high so much, even though it's the same number of calories. But just when they saw that it's a lot of chocolate and ice cream and I forgot the other thing. So when they saw that, it affected their body. So what I want to say is that mindset, our minds affect our lives. Okay, so they say that excitement is a good thing, and anxiety, which is a bad thing, are very similar. The only difference is the mindset. Your body has the same reaction when you're excited or you're anxious, but it's your mindset. When you know that it's something positive, something you like, you feel excited. When you feel something that it's bad, you feel anxious. Okay, so actually you can start influencing yourselves, your lives, by your mindset. Okay, so when you go to the gym, for example, you need to know and believe that you can do it, and you will do it. When you're at work and you have this really hard task, just believe in yourself and you say, I can do it, and you will do it. And by the way, the ex-president of the United States, Barack Obama, his slogan is "Yes, we can," because it affects people's mindset that this person actually can. Okay, so some people say, well, this is who I am, I cannot change. Okay, well, actually you can change, but only if you want to change, if you put your mind into it, if you set your mind into it, you will change. Okay, so we can actually change our realities by changing our minds. So there's an example that I like, that you say, I just finished studies and now I'm unemployed. So that's actually bad. But you can say, I just finished school, but I'm taking a year off. And all of a sudden that becomes positive. So it's actually your choice of choosing words and of seeing the thing that makes it positive or negative. I'm going to give you another example. There's a player of violinist. I don't know how to pronounce it. So there's this very, very, very famous guy who people pay thousands of dollars to go see his show in the opera house. So he played in the subway. He disguised himself and he played the violin in the subways. And all of a sudden, no one was looking at him. No one was actually appreciating the music. But the same person, when he goes to the opera house, people pay thousands of dollars or to see him. So it's all a mindset. When I listen to the same music, but in the subway, when I listen to the same music in the opera house, whoa, well, that's something very fancy. See? So just to finish up this point, set your goal, focus on it, think and believe that you can do it, and your mind will do the rest. I believe in that. Just influence your mind. Just put a goal, focus on it, think that you can do it, and your mind will show you the way. Okay? So that's the third point. Now the fourth point. The fourth point is, I call it force yourself. Okay, so as I said, at the age of 7, our consciousness is born, and in time we get hurt in so many situations, and so we stop taking risks, and we start to feel good in our comfort zone. But the thing is that in the comfort zone, on the short term, yeah, it makes us feel good. But on the long term, it becomes routine and we start to complain about it. But of course, we do nothing about it. Okay, so I'm the kind of people who's very peaceful. So if my friend tells me, well, I want to do the thing, but I don't feel like it right now, I tell her, well, it's okay. It's okay. Give yourself a break. Do it when you feel like it, you know? But then I watched this video and it really changed the way I see things and I do things. It says, don't wait until you feel like it. Just do it. You know, like Nike, the sports mark says, just do it. You know, use physical force to do the things that you want. Because to be very simple, you're almost never gonna feel like doing the things that you want to do. Okay, you want to read a book, just force yourself physically to actually choose a book and start reading it. You want to learn a language, you'll never feel like just learning a language. Just force yourself into doing it. And the thing is, when we were young, personally, I hated taking baths. It was a nightmare for me. Okay, that and brushing my teeth. Okay, dirty little child. That's what I was. Okay, I hated doing that. But my parents, and especially my mother, she forced me into doing it. So now it's up to us to force ourselves to take that bath and to brush our teeth and to do all of those things that we don't want to do. Okay, just, you know, some people just wait for something to happen, something big. For example, somebody that they love too much dies, or they have a car accident, or there's war in a country next to them, or just something really bad happens to them. And at that point, whoa, you're awake, and all of a sudden you want to change your life and you want to change the way you used to do things, and you feel the importance of life. But the problem is that it's good, you know, it could work, but sometimes you are weak at that point. You're vulnerable, you know, when you have this car accident, or there's the death of someone close, or you're emotionally weak. So what I would say, and what wise people say, try to change your habits when you're okay. Force yourself to do things that you want to do when you're okay. Don't wait until something bad happens. Okay? Just it's so simple. It starts by baby steps. I love this word, baby steps. You know, it's so cute and it so encourages you to do things. Just do something that is different than your routine. Force yourself to be uncomfortable. Just get out of those millions of ideas that you have in your head and actually start doing them. And you'll see miracles. For example, I'm going to give you, in this quarantine period, I had this really beautiful experience. So I had this friend of mine, he called me and he said, Mariam, do you want to do this experience with me? Next week, let's do every day a physical activity, sports. Let's do something creative. Let's clean our rooms every day. And that's just for a week. So I said, yeah, why not? Okay. And so I was committed to this challenge that we had. So the next day, I cleaned my room. Not bad. I did something creative. I actually planted a tree. I don't know if you can see it now. Just a second. No, I'll show it to you later. It's all grown up right now. So I planted a tree. I did some dancing. And actually, I had a great feeling that day. The next day, I also woke up, cleaned my room, like did my bed. I did something else that is creative. I just I did some coloring. I just colored a picture, and it felt good. And also the night I danced. It's a physical activity after all. And so by the end of the week, I really felt good, and I found myself reading a book, learning some Spanish classes because I forgot my Spanish. I planted a tree. I'm gonna show you the tree. Just a second, okay? Not tree, plant. Okay. Look, it's so old right now. It's so grown up. I planted this like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and I'm so proud of it. Okay, and it only took the small baby step, the small initiative to actually do something. And now I just need to say that I want to do it and just force myself physically to do it. And there is this very smart trick that I'm going to give to you. It really helped me so much. It says that the brain, it has two parts. The first part is an autopilot. Autopilot means it does the same thing that you do, that it's used to do every day. Like, for example, waking up in the morning, eating breakfast, going to work, just checking your messages. It's just autopilot, something that you do automatically. Okay, and then there is the second part of the brain, which is called emergency brake. So this emergency brake operates or is turned on once you do something that is out of your comfort zone. So once you do anything, or actually start thinking about doing something that is out of your comfort zone, this emergency brake part is turned on and saying, emergency, emergency, something unusual, something uncomfortable. So this emergency brake part gets starts to operate just 5 seconds after you have the idea. So you literally have 5 seconds to decide to do the thing that just popped into your mind and want to do. So now, if you're in the club and you want to dance, you know, just you say, oh, everybody's dancing. I like the music. I want to dance. You have 5 seconds to force yourself and to go on the dance floor and dance. Because otherwise, you know what will happen? First of all, the emergency brake. No, 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 don't go, don't go. Because the inner doubt in you, what would other people say? What if I'm not a good dancer? What if when I dance, I get tired? What if people judge me? What if, and then you won't do it. So you have 5 seconds. Now, if you, for example, you're a guy and you see a girl and want to talk to her, just do it. 5 seconds. Okay, force yourself. Before your mind starts saying, don't do it, don't do it. What would she say? What if she humiliates me? What if? And then you'll never do it. Okay? This really helped me because I find myself doing things and I suck at taking decisions, by the way. I suck at making fast decisions. I feel the pressure. I feel so vulnerable when I have to take a decision under pressure. But with this thing, when I say like I have 5 seconds to do it, it's a life or death thing. Come on, Mariam, just do it. 5 seconds, 5 seconds. And I find myself doing it. It's even applied on the simplest thing. For example, waking up in the morning when you hear the phone ringing, just wake up, just have 5 seconds to wake up. Okay, so now I'm going to end this with the last 5th point, which is how to feel good about yourself. Now, just to summarize everything, when you feel stuck and unsatisfied, this is not the problem. It's a signal. Okay, this is what I call a mindset. When you feel bad and uncomfortable with your own life, that is not a problem. It's a signal. It's a signal for you to force yourself and start to change your habits and to do something that makes you feel good about yourself. Okay? When we feel bad, let's stop looking for the cure outside. When we feel bad, we start watching series or movies, we call a friend, we go to work, we do anything to forget about it. Don't forget about it, just deal with it. And you'll be happier. It's something that is inside of you that's going wrong. Deal with it, face it, just be brave enough to do it because we're so scared of facing ourselves. And I know it's so scary that when you think that, whoa, I have the key of my well-being. That's actually scary. When we were young, our parents used to have the key to our happiness, but now it's up to us. We're 20 years old and 30 years old people, so it's up to us. So it's really scary. However, the good thing is that we have control over our lives. We have the control and we can decide to make ourselves happy, not others, not our parents, not the society, not traditions, not religion, not anything. It's up to us, okay? And just know that you need to love yourself and to take care of yourself because no one will. People will be there for you. Your parents would probably be there for you. Your siblings probably will be there, friends. But before that, you need to take care of yourself. You need to love yourself. And there's a lot of couple problems and divorces because we, as human beings, we put a lot of pressure on our partners or on our friends to satisfy our needs, to make us feel good about ourselves, to love us. But what we forget to do is to love ourselves first so that the person love us back. To take care of ourselves first so that the person who's with us just makes our lives better and more beautiful. But he's not or she's not the key to our happiness and to our well-being. Okay? Or they can be a part of our happiness, yes, but it starts within us. And that's why a lot of people, when they break up, they feel so lost because they always depended on the other person to love them and to take care of them. Okay? They never loved themselves or took care of themselves. It's not that hard. It's simple. You just need to start doing it. Okay? And stop comparing yourselves to others. Stop trying to be something that you don't like. Your job in this earth is to become better at being who you already are. Be genuine. I'm sure that now most of you can see through me. She's a nice girl. We can see that she's a genuine girl because I'm okay with myself and I'm showing you a part of me and I'm accepting it. Okay? And I'm trying to be as genuine as possible as I could be and to help for those who don't like it. If they don't like it, it's their problems. It's their problem, not mine. Okay? And so one of the things that you can do to feel good about yourself is to spend time with people that you love, friends, family. It's one of the keys of happiness. Okay? Choose your partners in life well. Don't get married just to get married, please. Don't get married just to get married. Choose wisely your life partners because that will affect your life, their life, your family's life, and your children's life. Okay? Spend time with people that you love and make your partner a person that you actually love and that makes you feel good when you are around him or around her. Okay? Now turn up the volume on the positive thoughts in your head, that inner voice in you, that those beautiful things inside of you. Just when you start thinking about good things that you have, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm generous, I'm genuine, etc. There's a part of your head, the inner doubt that will say, well, okay, you're smart, but you're not the smartest. Okay, you're beautiful, but there are more beautiful people than you. Just, just, just like block those bad voices and focus on good things in you. And don't be shy to say good things. For me as Mariam, if you ask me what are the good things about me, I'm gonna say a list of it, and I'm not gonna feel shy about it. It's who I am. I like it. I like me. I'm accepting who I am, and I'm trying to make myself better. Okay, so accept yourselves and work on yourselves and follow what makes you feel good. And if you don't know what makes you feel good, since today, start noticing what makes you feel good. Take notes, because when we do something that we don't like, we can be functional, we can be successful, but we will never be fulfilled or satisfied or happy. So do things that you like to do. And as I said, highlight the progress in your life, not the declines. Highlight the progress. I did that and that and that. I'm a good person. I did that. And for the declines or the bad experiences, well, what you call them or you think of them as bad experiences or mistakes, just learn from them and keep them in the past. For God's sakes, forget about the past and just move on. Live your present. Do not live your future. Do not live your past. Live your moment right now. Okay? And when you receive a compliment, just embrace it and say thank you. Because I know a lot of people, when you tell them a compliment, they get so confused and they don't know how to deal with it. They feel so uncomfortable because they're not used to getting compliments. When you get a compliment like, I like your perfume, you have a nice shirt, oh, did you cut your hair, it really suits you, just smile and say thank you and actually feel okay with it. Don't feel uncomfortable. Okay? And something else, do good deeds, do good things in your life, help people, because when you help people, actually it will make you feel good. Okay, help people even by giving them a compliment. I'm a person who's not afraid or ashamed by giving good compliments to people. If I like your perfume, I'll tell you that I like your perfume. If you have beautiful eyes, I'll tell you have beautiful eyes. Even if you're just a friend or someone I just met, it's okay to just give compliments to people, and help them, even help your mother or your brother or someone that you don't know in the street. It will make you feel good about yourself, because living in the community, that just helping others will, it's that human part in us. Okay, it makes us feel good. And finally, and the most important part is love yourself. And if you don't love yourself already, start to learn how to love yourself. It's easy. You can find a lot of videos on YouTube. You can read books, and it's all about baby steps, okay? Love yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you've done and you think they are wrong. Forgive yourself. Accept yourself because it's you, okay? And you're special and you're unique in your own way. You don't have to be like others. And trust the process means just trust that this is the path that you made, okay, and that you're going somewhere beautiful. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful. Even for those of you or of us who don't feel grateful already because they feel that they're not beautiful enough, they're not smart enough, they're not the best child in their families, they're not good at their job, they don't have a very, whoa, socially great job, just do not judge yourself. Do not judge yourself. Take it easy on yourself. No one will take it easy on you. No one will treat you good the way you treat yourself. Be your best friend. Be your best friend. Okay? Take care of yourself. Take it easy. For God's sakes, take it easy on yourself. Don't blame yourselves. Don't judge yourself. And accept yourself the way you are. And be grateful for that. Okay? And to hell with social hypocrisy. To hell with social rules, okay, to traditions, to what other people make us do, because we always have the option and the choice not to do it, okay? And finally, enjoy the process. Enjoy now. Enjoy the present. Even if you're doing your job that you don't like, try to enjoy it. Even if you're having a simple dinner with your family, enjoy it. And even if you're right now on Facebook just scrolling, enjoy it. Live your present, because the past is in the past. The future is not only unknown, but also uncertain. It's far, okay? But the present, you're in it. And you have the choice to make it beautiful and to feel good, okay? And when you feel down, it's okay to feel down. Just be there for yourself. Take it easy, okay? Just as if you were your friend, just take it easy. Okay, thank you so much. Ahmed, I think I'm done here. So if you have any question or any suggestions or any feedback, I'm listening.
Thank you, Mariam, for this lovely session and for this session. And I think I'm listening to your words, and started to enjoy by attending your session. This
Thank
will
you.
be my first step in the enjoying journey. So we're
Okay.
receiving questions from people, from the attendees. From Ahmed Nabil, he says, "I'm sorry I joined late, but I truly enjoyed the last 15 minutes so much, Mariam. The conclusion was meaningful, specific, and encouraging."
Thank you, Ahmed. And thank you.
Leah Haddad, your session is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. I accept
It's
compliments.
very fruitful. So it's
And
all positive.
if you have something to say, don't hesitate. Remember that you have 5 seconds to do it. Thank you, Yasmin.
We're just receiving positive feedback, Mariam, and you used to enjoy your positive talks and energetic
Thank,
talks.
thank
Hope we
you.
can meet again and we can catch you in many events, and please share with us all the experiences or own along your
Merci.
journey. You're still young, however, you have a lot of experiences to share with us.
Thank you. Thank you,
And
Ahmed.
good luck with your journey, Mariam.
Thank you, Ahmed. عايشك.
عايشك برضه.
Okay, Aishk. That's thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. And our coming session will start in 20 minutes. So please wash your faces and bring your coffee and come back after 20 minutes. Waiting for you all. Yani, this is
Just
basic that
Ahmed, before we close up, just sorry. I want to say that I'm available on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So if you want to contact me, I'm also available on WhatsApp. I will actually write down my WhatsApp number in here. I don't know how. Okay, I'll send it. And well, you can contact me for whatever you want to. Okay, I'm not an expert, but I'm a good friend. Okay, so yeah, I'm sending it right now. C'est 2174. Yeah, and that's my name on Facebook. Did you receive it, Ahmed?
yeah,
You can see
I
it,
received.
right? Yeah, okay. So that's my WhatsApp and that's my Facebook.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you for
Okay.
being there, yeah, Mariam. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to me and for staying all of this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and hope you join the hope to continue the program with us, and we'll get back after 20 minutes. So we're
Okay.
waiting for you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.